Can you hear me now? Yeah, I kind of want to see what Bitcoin's going to do. Obviously, it looks like it's dumping here. This is the 15-minute. Still has some room to go down. Let's check the 1 hour. We'll go over into the 1 hour chart. We're breaking back below this 0.236 fib on the Fibonacci extension. Just wanted to see if we could watch this crash, if it's going to crash right now. So let's keep an eye on what's going on. That chair manages to be worth more than what I can manage to earn. What's up, guys? Hopefully you can hear me now. Yeah, I did decide to do a second one because I think we could be headed down quite a ways here. We'll see what happens. We'll see if we get a bounce first. We could make some bullish divergence. We're making hidden bullish now, but we are going down. Like I said, it doesn't matter as much when we're going down, but I thought we'd watch this live and have a little chit chat while it's going on. Hey Savy, it's been a while. I've been busy with shit coins, trying to make profit to turn into Bitcoin, getting there. See you on the Monaco, or in Monaco? Maybe. Let's see what happens here. We're gonna go into the 15-minute, zoom in a little bit, see what's going on here. As you can see, the EMAs all turned back over bearish in the 15-minute. We've been bearish on the 1 hour. We have the 200 EMA. This is gonna be, you may see why I love the EMAs so much right here. But as you can see, we have room in the RSI to continue down. It does look like we could have a decent dump today, guys. Bitcoin is taking a little dump here. Let's see how far we can go. If you guys aren't in the Discord, there is a link below. Check it out. We do giveaways there. I started doing them a little more frequently. I try to do at least one or a couple a week. I'm going to try to keep up on it, see what happens. It's a lot to keep track of remembering stuff, but make sure you smash the like, guys. Share the video. Let's see if we get this dump. We have this area right here. This will be the area to break. Let me get this stuff out of the way, and we'll put a trend line across there, see if we get a bounce on. If we can drop below this, right around the 44.1, if we can drop below that, come back up, test it for support, we should get down to our $40,700 target, possibly 38. We'll see what happens. No bounce, please. I'm short from 51.7. My thoughts on ADA, I really don't have any, guys. I don't care for alts too much, as most of you guys know. Why mess with alts when you can trade Bitcoin and make enough to not have to stress with all the other stuff? That's the beauty about Bitcoin, the volatility. SPX closing setup looks like large wave 2 ready for 3 down on Monday. Large wave 2 ready for 3 down on Monday. Wave 2 would be down. 1's up. Unless you're talking about, oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, same with the Dow. Where did it close anyway? Yeah, we closed. That's an ugly candle, guys. That is a very, very, very ugly candle. We could be, this is what I was saying. If we were to get a huge, massive dump, we could come back down to, let me get this off a log, all the way back down to test this trend line down here. As crazy as that sounds on the Dow, it's definitely a possibility, guys. Something to be cautious, be careful. Once we get some super low lows on the Dow, maybe a great opportunity to buy some stocks or whatnot. But as you guys know, dollar's rising, gold hanging out. This may become resistance at that 1736. We'll see how that goes. I am back, proud and real. I thought we'd watch this little dump together, see what happens. And my alerts are all going off. Stuff's going crazy. Anyways, is anybody trading this? If you are trading this, let me know where your entries and exits are at this time. I'm kind of curious to see where everybody's at. Where do I think Ethereum will go if... Well, this is my Ethereum chart. It hasn't changed. I believe Ethereum could be going down to around that 940 range. If this dump continues, Bitcoin dumps. Litecoin, probably around this 152 range. We do have major support around 147. If that breaks, it could get really ugly. Yeah, this... I know a lot of people, like I said, are still bullish. You know, this isn't saying this is the top guaranteed. There's never any guarantees in the market, but it's looking a lot like it. I've been showing you guys over and over, drilling it in about this 3-day, where's the 3-day? Bearish engulfing candle right there. That's pretty blatant, right in your face. Let's see what happens here. If we get down to this 4,400 or 44,000 again and break below that, next stop's most likely going to be around the $40,000 range, 38 to 40,000. Short from 47.8. Not bad. Make sure your stops are in profit, man. Just in case you do get a big crazy spike up out of nowhere, but it isn't looking like we're going to get that. It's looking like it's going down. I don't know if you guys follow me on Twitter. If you don't, it's CryptoSavvy1. Let me let him know I'm live. All right. Crypto Whale. If you guys follow him, he's good to follow. He's pretty bearish. He's more like me on the markets, but he posted this earlier, if I can find it. Oh, it's gone now. Yes, it's gone. But he had posted, I posted it in the chat over here. He posted this chart here showing that there's major Bitcoin going on to exchanges. It was like, how much was it? 1.6 billion arrived on spot exchanges. So be careful, guys. That sounds a lot like 2017. That's when I started deciding to possibly restart this stream, because it made a lot of sense where everything is sitting. And if it's crashing, we can... What's up, Dirksy? And Bartus, hello. This could be a... Let's go into the 15-minute. It's a little bit more fun in there. Let's see where we're headed. Will we get that drop all the way down to... We got to break this 44.1 area first, and I'll put that on here. We may see a bounce there. How are we looking on the RSI? MACD's bearish. RSI is looking pretty damn bearish. It's looking pretty ugly, guys. That's about all I got to say about that. Glad to see you, Igor. Roy, what's up, bud? Retail gonna drop the ball over the weekend. Is it retail or is it big boys? We meet again. Painful descending staircase. Yeah, if you guys watched earlier, we talked about this being a... In the bigger picture. Let me bring these up again. Put the Fibonacci extension on this as a possible ABC correction that gets us down to that 38.5 range, if that is the case. Is that right? Yep. And we'll see what happens. And I said too, if this could be a 1-2, and that would be a very short 2. So, you know, obviously there's no guarantees, but if that is, we could be going down as far as That would get us down to around the 30,000 range. And that doesn't mean we go straight down, guys. The RSIs are going to have to reset. A lot of stuff can happen. But we are dropping pretty nicely. We're going down to 40K, baby. Info made easy said. Looks like some double bottoms since we had one at 28K. Might be too easy to bet on that. Long it now. Let's see what happens. How's the let's look at the 1 hour and the RSI. We are making hidden bullish divergence, but this we still have we have an hour to close, so that can definitely change. We got plenty of room to go down in the RSI, guys. Let's see what happens at this 44.1 area. How's Ethereum doing? Dropping. Litecoin dropping. Litecoin sitting on the 55 EMA right now at 166. Could we make a huge triangle top? That would be crazy. Could we end up making something like this? Still getting, obviously, a lot of action in here, so let's see what happens. Or do we get a bounce this weekend and it try to run up while the stock market's not trading and the dollar's not trading? How useful in stocks in higher time frames and predicting bottoms and top? The thing I don't like about the Stoke RSI is it can stay in the oversold or overbought for a long time, especially in higher time frames. So I'd never been a fan of it, really. I don't know where it's at now. I haven't been paying attention to it. LTC chart is so neat right now compared to the rest of the bunch. Yeah, it looks like a rising wedge, though. That's the scary part. Unless we can get a nice bounce here, get one more high. But if we break this bottom trend line, man, it could get pretty serious. Same with Ethereum. It already broke this trend line, so it's not looking good. And again, guys, we're going to get bounces. It's not going to go straight down to crazy lows. If we do get a low, we will get a bounce off of one of these levels. You know, we could come all the way back up into the 57, 58,000 to fake everybody out. But there could be some decent long opportunities down here. We'll have to see how it plays out. When everybody's expecting something, it usually will bounce before, or it just won't bounce. So if in your wave 4 down, it should be shallow and the bottom no lower than, say, 38K. But below 38K, I would say the top is in and we go way down, maybe the gap fill it. Yeah, in that wave, if it is a wave 4, let me pull that chart up. We could, yeah, it should be shallow because 2 was deep. But I mean, in all reality, it could bounce all the way down to the $25,000 area in the golden pocket here. So we could get something like that by June. That would be a pretty steep fall. And then a huge rally up. If that's the case, if we are going to see a new all-time high again at the end of this year. But otherwise, yeah, these would make more sense. A shallow correction, maybe 37, 38, 30 even, I guess. But let's see how it plays out. Like I said, it's this 3-day here is looking really ugly. Thanks, Java. Nice to see you here, man. How long do you think it will take for Bitcoin to bounce back from this big dip? All depends on when it decides to stop dipping. If we get a bounce from the 40,000 to, let's zoom in here on the 4 hour. We're hitting the 200 EMA right now. Let's see how it reacts off of that. We got some serious momentum, though. I mean, the volume isn't too awfully bad here in the 4 hour. It's still declining volume. So, you know, we could get a big green spike and a bounce off this 200 EMA. Let's see how it plays out here. But the EMAs are turning over pretty damn bearish, guys. Yeah, Elliott wave theory alternation, either a triangle or a flat. Definitely possible. Since BTC went straight up from its all-time high in the 20s to the 50s range, what are support levels that we see in the between the 20 and 50? Well, that's the beautiful thing about Fibonacci's, the Fibonacci retracement. Let me get this stuff off of here. And let me get this moved out of the way. That's the beautiful thing about the retracements. If you look at them, they'll be confluent all the way across. Let me go here. These would be the areas to watch for bounces. Let me get all this stuff out of the way. We'll zoom in. As you can see, it lines up perfectly with right at the 0.786. These would be all of your support and resistance areas to watch for retracements. As you can see, we're sitting on the 0.236 right now. Let me make this a little bit smaller so you can see it. And we'll spread it out. But this is the daily, or this is the 3-day chart, I'm sorry. Let's put this on the daily. Right here. We put this on the daily, obviously, same thing. EMAs are turning pretty bearish. 55 EMA lies around 41,000 area. I would expect a good bounce there. But as you can see, we're sitting right on, let me shrink this down a little bit more. Get the indicators. As you can see, we're pretty bearish on the daily MACD. But we're getting support right now on the 0.236 fib. The next fib line, if we come down here, break down and get resistance back up here at the 45.5 range. The next line of support is going to be right around the 0.382 at about 37,550. Same thing. If this lasts a couple weeks and we just, you know, slowly we consolidate here for a while and drop again, our next support's going to be around the 31.1 at the 0.5 fib, and then of course you have the 0.618 all the way down to around $24,000, $25,000 range. This is the golden pocket area. Let's put one just on this smaller move up here. Get this one off of here. And this is just looking at this last push up. And if we look at that one, the 0.382 is now our resistance at 47,000. Next support would be around 43,530. That breaks, the golden pocket here is around 40,100. So that lines up pretty good with our target on the 1 and 4 hour. I'm going to put this back on the 3-day. Whoops, that's a 3 hour. I want to put it back on the 3-day, and again, huge bearish engulfing candle here on the 3-day. Go back over to the hourly. Let the RSI reset a little bit, see if we can get some continuation to the downside. Savvy, it would be interesting to know more about you. How long have you been trading? What do you trade? Short term, long term? What's your portfolio? Is there crypto in it? Yeah, Igor, join my, what's up, Scotty? Join my Discord. I've explained over and over and over again. And about 8 years, 7 or 8 years now. Yeah, I've been in a short. I actually posted my short position in the right over here this morning. Right there, shorted right about 49, or no, I'm sorry. About 47.5 is where I'm short from in this trade. How many days are we in compared to prior bull markets? What do you mean from it depends on what low you go from. A lot of people consider a lot of different areas where it started. We did get some hidden bullish divergence here in the RSI in the hourly, so that doesn't really say much for now. Just bought some Litecoin at 167. Well, Litecoin is on the daily, getting a bounce off of the 55 EMA. Let's zoom in a little bit. Let's check out the 4 hour. Litecoin's 4 hours not looking so great, guys. I'd be careful here. The 8 and the 13 have already crossed the 200. 21's next. If we close this 4 hour down in this range, we could definitely see more downside in Litecoin. Go back to the daily, then we'll go back over to Ethereum. See what Ethereum's doing. Ethereum's pretty ugly on the daily. Tomorrow, if we close down here and don't get a nice pump up, the 13 EMA will be crossing the 21. Actually, it probably will start doing that before tomorrow. Let's look at the 4 hour. Ethereum on the 4 hour. Not good. Same thing. Our 21 EMA, 13 and 8 have crossed over our 200. If within the next day or two, if this 55 crosses this 200, that's bad. That's real bad, especially if it crosses and we open and close some candles underneath all of the EMAs after the cross. Yep. See what happens there. Let's go back over to Bitcoin. W unfolding to go higher. It's possible if we do get a bounce here. I don't really like W's and M's because you could, you can manipulate it any way in your mind to make anything look like a W or a M pretty much in Bitcoin. Yeah, I don't put much emphasis on W's and M's. Might get a little push up here again, like from this little hidden bullish divergence here. Thanks, Raymond. Think this is the low on BTC or not? I think we come back down and at least test the low here. At that 44.2 range, or 44.1, right in between 44.1 and 44.2. That breaks, I think we're headed to around the 40,700. And that doesn't hold, we could be going to the 38.8. We have plenty of room on the RSI to fall lower. Bearish said it's going lower. There is a band to hand on the Bollinger Bands. There is a band to hand on the Bollinger Bands. I don't know what you're saying there. It will break the last low. I am back, Moon. What's happening, man? What do you think of the CME gaps? I think it's possible the lower gaps close. I've been saying that for a long time, and people... This is how emotions work. When you're in here going up, nobody wants to hear any bad news. You get a dip, and then everybody starts believing it. And then it gets a push up, still doesn't break the high. Then everybody's super bullish again. Just keep your emotions in check, guys. If you're watching somebody on YouTube that is real emotional and crazy, it's all for views and video. It's a real person that's actually trading should be able to handle their emotions and not get all crazy and hyper. If you're seeing that, chances are they're making their money off of YouTube, not off of trading. Proud and Real said 32 to 38K very, very soon. Somebody said we now sell for Ethereum. Careful. Can you flip the top of the chart 180 to see what it looks like? Sometimes it can show a direction. Can you flip the top of the chart 180? What do you mean? I don't understand what you mean. You mean actually flip the chart? I can even remember how to do that. Inverse the chart. I don't even remember how to do it. I have no idea. I've done it before. I have no idea how to do it right now. From what price would you start buying BTC for long term? From what? That's what I was talking about. I've been talking about for a while now. June. I want to see where it's at in June and what's going on and what the chart looks like. I still believe that June could be possibly where we get a bounce for one last hurrah for the end of the year. Maybe. But there's still a lot of things telling me that we may not get that. And that may just be a bounce, not a new all-time high. Thanks, Jonah. Appreciate it. Bitcoin broke. Just bought more Litecoin. Litecoin could get a run up. I mean, nobody knows what the market's going to do. I'm telling you what I'm seeing, and you can make up your own mind. You know, watch the bulls that, or the hyper crazy guys, and then watch some people that are more calm and, you know, try to find a median there. But to be new and just be trading off what anybody says, I don't care who it is, because you don't know their trading techniques, you don't know what when they're getting in and out, and a lot of times, especially if you're day trading or scalp trading, you don't have time to tell everybody what you're doing. So my suggestion is practice, and then if you start getting good while you're practicing, and guys, there will always be trades, so you don't have to rush in and just start trying to trade. There's plenty of different exchanges that'll set up a, you know, just a fake account with fake Bitcoin or whatever. If you want to trade Forex, and check out Prime XBT if you haven't, you can trade Forex and gold and silver and everything using your Bitcoin on there. And if you use my link, you can use my promo code SAVY50 to get you 50% on top of whatever you deposit as a bonus, 25% on top of whatever you or I'm sorry, it's 25. Savvy 25 is 25% off your fees. But if you start with a practice account, practice, and then when you got to develop a strategy. There's many different strategies. Everybody's different. Everybody has different risk. Everybody has different funds available. But once you get a strategy and something that's working, and make sure you learn some risk management. There's tons of information on risk management all over the internet. Risk a little to gain more. I'm not going to go through a bunch of it on the video, but just learn to trade first. And when you start getting confident and start getting profitable in your fake trades, then you move over to a real account. Start very small, very low leverage. And because then it's a whole new monster. Then you got to deal with your emotion on top of that. So it'll change a little bit. But and they say 90% of traders lose. 90% of traders lose because 90% of traders gamble and they just quit before they learn any risk management or learn any strategy that works for them. They just give up first. The other 10%, if them numbers are even true, are the ones that stick around and actually learn it calmly. Don't freak out. They don't gamble. $46,000 Ethereum. Nice.